Started out with a little bit of fog this morning, but it is going to be a sunny, beautiful afternoon here in Beaver Stadium.
I would never forget the feeling how it feels to play in Beaver Stadium. It's probably one of the best feelings in the world.
We could not have dialed up a better day than today.
When you got, everyone in here standing up, it's special. It gives you the chills just thinking about it.
It takes you by surprise. You think, whoa, now I got to remember all my assignments because of the excitement of the game.
I love coming in here, and it reminds me of my first college football memories. Beaver Stadium, middle 70s, I'd never seen college games. It sparked an interest in me that has carried forth for 40 years.
The best student section in the country.
Whether it's noon, 3:30, or under the lights, there's nothing better than Beaver Stadium. Really, truly nothing better.
The reality is actually even more special than the dream was. The dream just is that you're gonna come here and it's gonna be unbelievable, and that's kind of all you see is just the Saturdays at Beaver Stadium in your head, you know what I mean? But it's so much more than that.
There's something about this place that just draws people in, and after I came up here with my family a few times, I just decided there was nowhere else I wanted to be.
I think Penn State is a unique experience where you can get the total college athletic experience without having to cut corners anywhere.
We always knew that academics came first. It was impressed upon us by our head coach.
I mean, the college experience is all around college experience. It's not just football.
You can come here, get a great education. They have a great criminology program here, which I'm majoring in.
You have everything and all the resources you'd ever want on the field, off the field, education, connections.
I think the well-rounded experience, academically, athletically, and socially, have allowed the students to be very successful, prepared for life.
There's a real family atmosphere at Penn State, and that goes beyond the walls of the Lash football building.
A special type of person comes to school here.
That's what attracted me here, like the family atmosphere. Like, when the first home game I came to on my first visit, it seemed like the fans, they just showed me so much love. Everyone, they was screaming. It just felt like home.
Penn State and State College have great people.
It's the relationships you build with fans, alumni, players, coaches. That's the stuff that's really the reality and what makes Penn State special.
It's special in so many ways because we have the largest alumni base in the country, and it makes your degree worth that much more.
The community we have with the Letterman, with the current players, it's always been family, and it's always felt family. And I know Coach Franklin has talked a lot about that, and it is very special because that bond never leaves. It is a special fraternity as a student athlete here that you take on forever.
When people spend time here, they get it. They understand.
It's going out into the community, reaching out to people, meeting fans, all that stuff, giving back.
State College was a special place to me, and a place that I knew that I could excel on the football field and also in school.
In the future, if you guys anyone in the program, we see ourselves in the playoffs in the next couple of years. I mean, that's the goal where we want to be.
Having such a young team with such young talent is it's great for the years coming up because we have a solid foundation.
I feel like this team could be something special, and I'm glad I'm a part of it.
The guys before us have worked their butts off to get to where we are today, and we wouldn't be here without them. So just making sure that we do them justice and we make them proud for the way we play.
The future is really bright here. We just got to continue to work hard to put it together.
Unrivaled, the Penn State football story is presented by Pepsi. Pepsi, all for football. And in part by PSECU. Financing life is what we do best. Talk with us.
Member owned, not for profit. PSECU is banking you feel good about. There are now more ways than ever to belong and more reasons you should, like free checking, mobile deposit, and low-rate loans. You don't need to be a state employee to join. You can join through family, work, or school. We're the credit union for you. Find your way to belong at psccu.com/join.
I chose Penn College because the reputation is just incredible.
This really trains you to be a leader and be a manager.
Pennsylvania College of Technology offered more of a hands-on aspect to the program.
I really love cooking for people. I love how it can bring people together who have nothing in common.
I'm working on some of the coolest equipment in the world. Penn College will get you a job. Every class of mine is hands-on. It's a blast. It really is the best part of Penn College.
You look at the Maryland area, that's been really important to Penn State in our history. A lot of people call it the DMV. You know, you're talking about DC, you could throw Delaware in there as well, Maryland and Virginia. You know, that area is really important for us in our past and really important for us moving forward. We got a lot of really good players that have come in and made a big impact here.
Kyle Carter, Bear, Delaware.
Hackenberg into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Kyle Carter's got it. Nittany Lions are a point after away from the win.
Chris Godwin, Middletown, Delaware.
Into coverage, and the catch is made by Godwin.
Troy Reeder, Hockessin, Delaware.
It's up the middle. It's going to be very difficult for most teams running right into Troy Reeder.
There's a lot of good athletes that come out of Delaware. You know, like people don't really realize because it's a smaller state, so we don't really produce as many as the bigger states. But the athletes that come out were pretty strong.
I honestly feel like the DMV holds the best talent, like, in the whole country. I take so much pride in where I'm from.
Marcus Allen, PG Maryland.
Blitz got there first. Delayed blitz, they come with Bell, they come with Hall, and then they come with Allen as well.
Mark Allen, Hyattsville, Maryland.
Every day he comes and he's got a positive attitude and he's on fire, which trickles over to Nick Scott, which trickles over to Saquon, which trickles over to Akil and the rest of the guys in the room. That alone is more than you can ask or more than you can come in and say, hey, this is what's gonna make my guys go today.
Coach Huff's a great coach, man. He brings fun to the room, fun to the field. He gets on you, he makes you better.
When I found out he was from Denton, I always call him the biggest guy to come out of Denton. Because, I mean, the Eastern Shore of Maryland, it's just farms, so not very many athletes come out of there, but he was one of the guys who made it out.
It's really surreal to be able to think back to me sitting in my living room with my dad and my brother watching, you know, Penn State run out of the tunnel, and then all of a sudden on Saturdays, you know, I get to experience that myself. It's a really good feeling.
Christian Hackenberg, Palmyra, Virginia.
Really, when you look back at it, a lot of the greatest players came from Virginia, the Richmond area, the beach. You know, there's a lot of respect in that area for how Penn State plays and the tradition here.
Hackenberg back, wants to throw for it. Near corner, looking for Saeed Blacknall, reaches up in the end zone. He's got it, touchdown, Penn State! Steps up in the pocket, sees an opening to the 5, dives in the end zone, touchdown, Penn State!
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of pride in a big Penn State footprint down in Northern Virginia.
Trace McSorley to Greg Garrity and a first down for the Nittany Lions.
Nick Scott, Fairfax, Virginia.
Turns and gives it to Scott, shoots to the hole to the 10, breaks a tackle to the 5. Nick Scott, touchdown.
Roots are deep and the roots are very wide spread when it comes to Penn State football and the tradition here and what it means to play here.
We want to be a state that Penn State always goes back to. You know, those guys that came before us, they laid the road for the recruiters to come to Maryland. So we just want to keep that staple going and keep Maryland guys coming here.
The feel up here at Penn State was just something different that I didn't get anywhere else. You know, it's a close-knit community. You know, the fans are great. You have a great history, and I just wanted to come be a part of something special.
Down, wheel route for Polk, got him at the 50.
Speed and athleticism are important to this program. The coaching staff constantly stress the impact explosive big plays can have on a game.
Speed helps. If I'm faster than you, that gives me an advantage right away.
Give it to Scott, off the block from the left, 30, 35, 40, Scott 45, 50, Indiana 45. Scott Jack has that burst.
Speed's huge. It's nice to call plays that are good and blocked up well, but at the same time, you know, when someone's got a one-on-one matchup, can you win your one-on-one?
Playing on a fast track is a key component to on-field success.
Lynch finds a seam, and there he goes. There's no one home for the Owls. Akil Lynch with a touchdown.
We got some really good speed at running back. Saquon Barkley has obviously shown us some great flashes of his footwork and his ability to be a big, strong back, but he can run.
Saquon has it up the middle to the 30, breaks the tackle 35, 40 to the 50. Barkley into gear at the 30, 25, tripped up at the 20-yard line.
As can Nick Scott as well, and Mark Allen's got good speed.
Hackenberg back, dumps it off to Allen in the flat. 15, Mark to the 10, to the 5.
We got a lot of fast guys. We bring a lot of speed to the table, and speed kills at this level.
Brandon Polk, I mean, he's, maybe 160 pounds sopping wet, but that dude can run. I mean, he's got some wheels on him, and I think he's going to be a game changer later in his career.
Fake, steps away from pressure, throws it down, wheel route for Polk, got him at the 50, 10-5, touchdown, Penn State.
Polk has too much speed for the safety. Hackenberg puts it right out in front of him for the touchdown.
Christian, he's fast, man. He's a longer guy, and so he's a strider, so he doesn't look as fast as he is, but he's not going to be outran by many people.
That is one heck of a play there by Christian Campbell.
Carl Nassib is actually fast. Curtis Cawthorn's fast. Grant Haley runs a 4.3, so he's fast.
When I teach speed, obviously there's a huge physical component to it, and actually, showing them exactly how to correct the flaws that they have that's literally slowing them down. When you combine their effort and then their willingness intellectually to kind of understand what it takes to be fast, you got a pretty good combination, and these guys have been great with that.
And I think speed across college football and the NFL is essential. I mean, it's important. When you got guys that can change the game at any moment or are just playing at a different speed, it affects you. So we got to continue working to develop that.
Fans, experience Penn State athletics at GoPSUSports.com. Free access to all video and audio content is available on the site. And your place for football tickets is PSUnrivaled.com or call 1-800-NITNY.
Whether you're in Happy Valley or at home, the Student Bookstore is the place to get the best in Penn State apparel and gifts. Shop the Big Blue on the corner in downtown State College or on the web at thestudentbookstore.com. That's the Student Bookstore, the Big Blue on the corner.
Black shoes.
Basic blues.
No names.
All game. Nearly 500,000 fans have already experienced game day at Beaver Stadium this season. Your chance to be part of the greatest show in college football will be Saturday, October 31st, when the Lions return home to face Illinois.
Or is this the high? Just let it go toward the right. Without the low, there ain't a high.
Man, bad news about your car getting nailed.
Not really. The insurance company will take care of all that. And then some.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna get a big fat check out of this. Told my doctor, my lawyer, I got hurt.
But you weren't even in the car when it was hit.
Well, the insurance company doesn't need to know that, do they?
Lying on an insurance claim is insurance fraud. In Pennsylvania, it's a felony.
Man, you're just asking for trouble.
Know the risks. Know the penalties.
Unrivaled, the Penn State football story presented by Pepsi. Brought to you in part by Penn State Hospitality Services. For your next visit to Happy Valley, stay at the Penn State or the Nittany Lion Inn, making superior accommodations and fine dining a Penn State tradition. Visit PennStateHotels.com for reservations. The Nittany Lions have learned a lot about themselves this season. The trip to Columbus was a growth opportunity this young team will use and carry towards future successes.
I think it was real big for us, just from an offensive standpoint, was the communication. We really didn't have any problems communicating. There was definitely a hostile environment. They had it packed out, and But I think as an offense, we really did a really good job handling the noise and communicating and everyone being on the same page across the board.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity, and we did not capitalize on it, and we had a chance to, you know. That's a big lesson, is when you got it and it's in your hand, you got to grab onto it, you know, you can't let it slip.
I think what we could take from it is just like we know the type of team that we can be. You know, we know that we can compete with the best teams in the nation, and we just have to take that moving forward and just understand that we have to execute a lot better to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
We missed some opportunities. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We realize that, the fans realize that, our players realize that, the coaches as well. But every time we come through some adversity like that and challenges like that and handle it the right way, there's opportunity for growth.
The future of this team, man, the sky's the limit. We have a lot of things that we can work on, but yet we are moving all in the right direction right now.
The roster is full of young, determined talent. As this group continues to grow up, there is a buzz and an air of excitement for what lies ahead. Each game this season has provided chances for different Nittany Lion players to step up and shine. Look for the experience gained to pay huge dividends down the stretch.
The talented freshman continues to churn out yards against the Buckeyes.
He's one of those once-in-a-lifetime guys you can play with. I mean, as long as we can get our hats on hats, he's going to make the guy miss that we make miss.
Off the block from guys in the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Penn State. Saquon Barkley.
There's a lot of young guys that are performing well. I mean, think about Godwin. He's just a sophomore. It's only his second year. You know, Deshaun really his second year playing. There's so many guys that, you know, they're really young. There's a lot to look forward to, and for, you know, those young guys on offense and even defense, between like Reeder, Kabinda, Grant, all those guys, they're getting their experience and they're playing real well. So I think there's a lot to look forward to from the youth that we have right now.
We have some tough opponents coming up in the future that we're going to be ready for, and we're going to keep growing offensively, defensively, and special teams. We're doing nice things right now, but there's more great things to come that I think we're going to keep building on.
I think we have more momentum than people realize.
A lot of great things going. Obviously, very high expectations at Penn State. We're 5-2. Our 2 losses are to 2 teams that are undefeated, playing good football. You know, we need to be a part of those conversations here pretty soon as well. But there's a lot of good things going on. Playing a lot of young guys. Our seniors are doing a good job leading. There's a lot of football left to be played. We've got a great opportunity this week to go play University of Maryland.
One of the central figures in maintaining the tradition and legacy of this historic football program and paved the way to a great future wore number 42 for Penn State, Michael Mauti. When his university needed him most, Mauti came through and led his teammates into an important season of transition.
We're going to fight for Penn State. We're going to fight for each other, because this is what Penn State's about, fighting through adversity.
Option play, racked down by Michael Mauti.
Mauti held true to the tradition at linebacker U, making key plays and big plays throughout his college career.
Intercepted, Michael Mauti, 99-yard interception return.
The 2012 Big Ten Linebacker of the Year gives back to his alma mater and is an ambassador for the Nittany Lion program and the coaching staff. When number 56 made a game-changing special teams play in week 6 of the NFL season for his hometown team, we smiled.
It's Black, and into the end zone with it is the Saints' Michael Mauti.
For his accomplishment, October 16th was declared Michael Mauti Day in his hometown.
Shoes. Basic blues. No names.
all game.
Throw in the bobblehead and you got yourself a deal.
Okay. Go check out your new Hyundai. I'll be with you in just a minute. Touchdown.
Head on over to PennStateRoom.com, where we've got everything to help you celebrate your favorite alma mater. And do the blue. The Penn State Room in McClanahan's offers an unbelievable line of Penn State clothing and merchandise in a variety of styles for men, women, kids, toddlers, and infants. And now you can shop for it all online by visiting PennStateRoom.com. McClanahan's, located downtown State College, open at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. Head on over to PennStateRoom.com and show the world how you do the blue.
Unrivaled, the Penn State football story is presented by Pepsi. Pepsi, all for football. And in part by PSECU. Financing life is what we do best. Talk with us.
Meatball Thursday started in 1999. Spaz one Thursday to say, you know, we got to get some meatballs for lunch one day. And we got them that day, and we beat whoever we beat. And honestly, since that Thursday, it's been the defensive coordinator's responsibility and every staff I've ever had to supply meatballs for the staff on Thursday.
See them in 15 minutes when they're perfectly cooked.
His statement at lunchtime is the meatballs have landed, and everybody kind of flows in, and it's a good thing.
Obviously Italian meatballs, and just really excited about it every week that the staff gets a group message about those meatballs. Coach Franklin walks around the office and we know it's time. It's time to eat those meatballs, and then we get locked in.
It's not a meeting no one has on film. We kind of kick back and discuss whatever topics are going on in the world.
We had a debate as the best football movie of all time, and someone actually said Waterboy. I said, remember the Titans? Can we go remember the Titans?
Some of us have cut down on the amount of meatballs that we actually eat. I stay with 2 to 3. Coach Franklin's always the first one there. And then part of it is that you have to sit down and eat it. You got to break bread. You can't just walk out of the room and just take the meatballs with you. It's really a family that we sit as a family, and right before battle, this is kind of like the Last Supper.
Penn State and Maryland will meet for the 39th time Saturday. The second time as Big Ten opponents.
We got a big week, Maryland. Glad to be out here. Glad to be a Nittany Lion, man.
It's Maryland week. It's time to get right. Playing my home city. Just ready to ball this weekend.
Playing in my own backyard. Back at Beaver Stadium. It's a great field.
Maryland, they're a well-coached team. They definitely come in with a lot of energy, and their defensive backs they've been playing pretty strong so far this year, a lot better than people have realized. So it's going to be a big challenge for us.
For the second time this season, the Nittany Lions will play at an NFL venue. The visit to the Baltimore Ravens M&T Stadium gives Penn State fans residing in the Mid-Atlantic and the DMV regions a chance to take in another Saturday blue and white game day.
Maryland is a good team. You know, they're going to try and exploit what they think they saw on Saturday, but it's going to be a good fight.
Senior Carl Nassib has recorded at least 1 sack in each of the 7 games this season. The nation's sack leader will once again head a strong defensive unit Saturday. Quarterback Christian Hackenberg continues to show why he's one of the great signal callers. The junior needs 74 yards to become Penn State's all-time passing leader in yards.
I mean, we're going to take it just like we take every other game. We're going to try to go 1-0 this week and get another W.
The fact that we're playing in an NFL stadium, that will be fun as well. I think a big part of that is, you know, the amount of fans that Penn State's going to bring. So it should be great.
Next week on Unrivaled, the Penn State football story presented by Pepsi.
A great carve job. Oh, my man's here. Great carve. Look at this. Oh my, the precision.
After 2 weeks on the road, the Nittany Lions return to Beaver Stadium on Halloween for a showdown at noon against Illinois.